Today, going to be changing out the water heater breaker. You need a GFI breaker for it now. 2-pole 30. When I change out breakers, when I take the panel covers off, I always start with the bottom screws first because it makes it easier to pull the cover off. Depending on what panel style you have as well, Siemens have little lips up here, which I'll show you, which kind of hold the panel in place while you're taking the screws out, which is nice, so you don't have to really hold the cover on. But if you have like an Eaton cover or Square D panel cover, you gotta hold it like this. But this one, I could literally just undo it without a second hand holding the cover because it's got the lips. One good design about this. And those are the lips I was talking about. When changing a breaker out, you want to make sure it's off. Use a Robertson tip screwdriver or a square tip, whatever you feel like calling it. Now, since this is just a 2-wire, this white is actually supposed to be labeled black. That way people know it's not a neutral. So wrap it with tape. You only have to do the bottom where it actually connects to the breaker, but I like to do a good amount of it. Tape's cheap. Put my gloves back on. Now when you're in here, things not to touch, you don't want to touch those or any of that copper stuff back there. But everything else you can touch. Oh, here, I'll do that again so you can see. Take with your thumb on the breaker handle and just pull it left, because it clips in here and slides on. With a GFI breaker, this goes in the same way, but you have a little wire on it this time. Push it in. This wire is going to get cut. Stripped. And then you just make sure you land them in the right spot. Since you don't have a neutral, you don't need to worry about the neutral spot. Give it a little pull test, make sure you're in. Pull test. Done. Turn it back on. Make sure it clears. Good to go. This panel, we got a 40 amp breaker we got to change out, or a 30 to a 40. Wow. Where is it here? AC 30. Oh, and I got to change the 20 out to a 25. I'll have to go grab those from the truck. when you take a panel cover off, always go from the bottom up, then pull up. They didn't label these again, so I have to label those. Easy enough. Pull it out. Pull it out. Oh, they're in there. Nice. This one I can get to a little bit. This one's a little tougher. So this one, let's see. Just go around like so. Bing, bang, boom. Now I can label those. We're doing this, I'll say it again, because it is not a neutral, it is a hot wire, so it needs to be not white. Which, if they didn't do it here, they probably didn't do it at the disconnect, which will need to be changed as well. But we'll just put some tape on that one and we'll be good. Alright, gotta go get the breakers. We got my 40 and 25. Again, like this. And just push to the left. Sometimes they're in there good. $25 on the top. Now some people might be like, whoa, 25 and a 40 on 12 and 10 wire. Well, you can do that for HVAC equipment because of the minimum circuit ampacity on the unit. I'll make a different video about that and I'll show you how to figure that out, but right now we're just changing out breakers. Don't forget, tug test. You'd be surprised how many times something you think is tight isn't. Because some breakers right here, see how the hole, some of them have like a little spot behind it that you might put your wire behind it and it's not, doesn't actually get tightened down on. Little things to keep an eye out for. Hope this helps.